All right, what is up, everybody? Divine Hood here, coming at you with another daily update on Bitcoin and the crypto market. All right, guys, so Bitcoin is still just continuing its slow bleed down. Now, I did want yesterday, we were looking at a possible ABC correction, with this being the A wave here, this being the B wave, and we wanted to see a C wave to our golden pocket. But it looks like we got our C wave end here a little bit prematurely. Actually, we can measure that. Let's go to our trend-based Fibonacci extinction. We'll go from the high of A to the low of A to the high of B. Actually, not premature at all. We hit exactly into our 1-to-1 fib target of the ABC correction. So we did complete our ABC correction here. And you could see it was also the bottom support of our much larger pitchfork band, and our 1-to-1 correction was tapped. Since then, we've kind of been going sideways. So I'll walk you through the price action of what happened today. But you can see we came down and just touched our band again, our band of support again. And we are seeing so far a small bounce from the band of support. So is Bitcoin just going to continue to chop in this band for a bit? Or are we going to drop to our golden pocket that's just below, which is the target I am looking for along? Now, there's a couple things we can pay attention to here. Let's go back to my Coinbase chart. And I've been watching this descending channel here on the 1 hour chart. Let me go ahead and I'm going to hide some of this stuff to clean. Actually, I need that on there. We do have a naked daily point of control that we front ran today at 99,340. I'm going to hide that real quick. And let's look at this price action here. So I created this channel yesterday based off the high, the next higher low, and this low here. And you can see we've been chopping around, just down chopping in this channel here. But actually, want to shout out to Crypto Addict. One of the guys in the Discord re-pulled this same channel with the same highs, but he pivoted the low to this low here. And actually, this channel, the midline, is a bit more respected here. So we're going to go ahead and change that channel to this descending channel here. Now, one thing about the old channel, I do like how the bottom of the old channel is aligning with our golden pocket support a little bit better. But even now, we would have to flush down there pretty quickly, and it's getting a little bit past that. So we're just going to put this pivot down to this low here. We're going to pay attention. Now the bottom of our channel could be aligning with our SFP of these lows here into our 786. So this could be a nice area of support in here if it takes a few more hours, maybe 6 to 10 more hours or so. Anyways, let's go back, bring that back to our golden pocket. So in this box here, and actually I'm just going to get rid of that. You guys see that this box is our naked daily point of control and our golden pocket. I showed this in yesterday's video. Still the same support here. But Bitcoin has just been chopping down in this descending channel, really nicely chopping down. If we look at the volume here, we can see that our volume is overall, since the channel started, since up here, our volume is overall going lower and lower and lower. What this tells me about this whole corrective price, this whole price action to the downside since we rejected from our weekly at 1025, this is corrective price action. So we can expect to find a higher low support to come in before we see another impulse to the upside. So what did we see the other day after our flash crash on Sunday? We saw an impulse to the upside. Now we are seeing our correction here, and then we might see another impulse to the upside. Now, one thing that is a little bit concerning about this could be a bigger ABC correction to the upside, with this being like the A wave here. The B wave could end at our golden pocket, and our C wave could bring us up to either, our naked daily point of control at 104.7 or something like that, and we could end this correction to the upside and then dump to make new lows below 89K. That is something I'm worried about with this price action that I'm seeing here. But for now, we're just going to play this. We don't know that yet. Now, all that we know is this price action down the last 2 days looks very corrective, very low volume, chop to the downside, corrective price action, and we could see an explosion. And actually, we could see an explosion from where we're at now because it is our band support. And let's go into this. Let's zoom out onto this, and then I'll go into the daily price action and show you what happened today. So let's go to our daily channel, and this channel, or this pitchfork, excuse me, has been really highly respected. You can see anytime we come up to the top of the pitchfork, we see a rejection, and anytime we come down to the bottom of the band, we are holding the bottom of the band as support. The other day we saw the flash crash and we wicked quite a ways past the bottom of the band, but our daily candle closed back within the band of support. So right now, this actually is a pretty crucial level for Bitcoin. If we lose the band back down to our golden pocket at 95.5 and then close that day, that same day that just opened 11 minutes ago, back within the band, we're still good. We're all good there. So we can still drop to the golden pocket and still see our band be very respected on the daily time frame, and we can just continue to chop up in this band. Every time we come to this band, we can act as support. And then if we do pump in our ABC wave correction to the upside, we can see something like this being our A wave, our B wave, even down to the golden pocket at 95K. And then a C wave could bring us up to around that value area high or even a little bit higher. And then we could see the bigger dump to break that band of support that's been holding us so long. But so far, we're not going to go there yet. We're just going to watch this correction happen first. We're going to see, obviously, after this correction, we want to see another impulse to the upside. So we want to see a 5-wave impulse to the upside in a more micro sub count 5 waves. So like, you know, something like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like this to the upside to finish our C wave. If this is an ABC correction, a larger time frame ABC correction to the upside. So right now, we're at a crucial support level. You can see how well this band is held in this entire range since November 11th. Okay, now I'm going to go back to the Coinbase chart, and I'm going to talk about what happened on low time frame today. I did also post about this in the Discord right before it happened, and I will bring that up. Actually, let's search here. Okay, and let's come here. Okay, it must be, yes, this one here. So I did say coming up to the top of our channel and the naked daily point of control, we do have news in 15 minutes, which was the ISM report. So be ready for volatility. If we are at resistance, when it comes, it could dump us on if we get a bad report, which, you know, when you're at resistance and a bad report is about to come down, you could see that resistance reject. That could be the catalyst on the resistance to reject us. Look at, we're also seeing a bounce from the midline of this channel, which is super nice. Okay, so what happened today, guys? Earlier today, we had our top of our channel here, and then we did have the naked daily point of control. Let me put that on there. We actually front ran the naked daily point of control at the top of our channel, and we front ran the top of the channel just barely. But what did we see? We were pumping up. We held the channel midline. Now, this is the new channel that was pulled based off of this low pivot rather than the last one. And we were pumping up. We saw a small rejection from our Coinbase point of control down to our VWAP. Our VWAP held us as at support. Now, this was right as I was getting up in the morning, and I missed this little scalp long from the VWAP. You could have scalped the VWAP and then bring it up to, I mean, you could have even taken profit here. Now, if you scalp the VWAP, you'd have to put your stop right below that wick. You would have had to wait for the bounce, get in around like the candle body, and then wait. You know, so you'd have to manage that would be a very low time frame scalp where you wouldn't, in order for it to make sense, you would have to long it after the bounce. So maybe up around here, you'd put your stop below that wick, and then you would bring your TP1 could be up to the point of control here. That's still a 3.3 risk reward. Or if you wanted to target as your final TP, this naked daily point of control, you can see that's an 8-3, pretty much an 8 risk reward ratio. Anyways, I'm getting into the weeds here. We bounced from our VWAP here, came up after we rejected from our point of control, bounced from the VWAP. We were coming up here and we rejected from this area. This was right as the ISM data was coming out as well. And I did say we were coming up to resistance. We need to watch for a rejection up here. And why did we reject there? Why did we front run the naked daily point of control and the top of the channel? Well, because it was our golden pocket. So if we do our golden pocket, our Fibonacci pull from the highs here, the second pivot of the channel, to the lows that we made yesterday, and we pull that golden pocket over, you can see that we hit right into our golden pocket here, rejected perfectly from our golden pocket, lost our point of control, busted straight through it. We did come back up to back test it once here on low time frames, second time on low time frames, finally lost our VWAP, back tested the VWAP here, and then we've kind of been just chopping all day. Come down to the midline, bounce. Come up to the VWAP, reject. Come down to the midline, chop around for a bit, but bounce overall, and that's where we're at right now. So this is kind of what happened today, and we're just low volume chopping in a corrective price action. We can continue to just trade this channel. This channel is really nice. So if we do pump up from here to the point of control, it is around the top of the channel. We could watch for a rejection here. I would like to see another low into this box of support, which is our golden pocket pull and our naked daily point of control down here. So I would, even if we do something like this would actually be really nice to chop overnight, all in here, maybe do something like this. And then in the morning, actually, let me fix that. Let's come over here to just low volume chop all through here. Maybe come up a little bit here, come down, chop, and then boom, when our channel midline is aligning with our golden pocket, hit into there and then pump from there. That would be really nice to see. Now, that channel midline aligning with the golden pocket is around Thursday afternoon for me. Thursday afternoon. Right now, it is Wednesday afternoon. So pretty much a full 24 hours. Not quite. About 20 hours from now. So we could see chop for another day or so. And it would be nice to come down to this golden pocket. But remember, we are at our big pitchfork band resistance. And you can see we bounce pretty much to the dollar from it. This band of resistance, you can see also on lower time frames. When we lost it on the flash crash, we came up to it, back tested it as resistance, got a rejection down to our VWAP. So this band of resistance here, or support, it's still support, is going to be a crucial level to, I mean, we could bounce from here. I'm saying the correction could be over right now and we could front run the golden pocket. To me, it would be a shame. I'd rather see us wick past the band on the daily down into our golden pocket, which is just below. It's about in this area, and then recover the band and continue our impulse to the upside. Let's go ahead and do our golden pocket pull. Let me zoom out onto the 8-hour chart, and we can do our golden pocket pull on this here. So we're going to go from high, or from low to high here. Bring our golden pocket. That's the wrong one. Yes, that's the wrong one. From our flash crash lows to our high that we made 2 days ago at rejecting from that weekly at 1025, we can pull our golden pocket over. Now let me zoom back in. Let me actually extend this so you guys can see that. Let's zoom back in onto the 1-hour chart, and you can see how our golden pocket is just below this band. So I would like to see a wick below the band to hit the naked daily point of control, to hit the golden pocket, and then recover the band and pump up. And obviously, you guys, when we pump, because we've been forming this liquidity trail with this descending channel that we're seeing here, we could pump out of this and form a big impulse to the upside. And actually, what would be nice is oftentimes in a 5-wave impulse, so say we come down to our golden pocket here, hit into that, our first wave could be a pump to break the channel. Our second wave retrace correction could be the back test of the channel, and then we could explode in our third wave, and then 4, 5. So that would be really nice to see. Now, that's pure speculation on my part. I don't know if that's going to happen. That's just a scenario that I'm playing out. But because we are setting up liquidity trails here, liquidity at the top of the channel, liquidity at the second pivot of the channel, liquidity here from yet earlier today's high, we could see a big move to the upside when we break this channel to the upside. That's about it for Bitcoin, guys. I mean, really not much else. Our supports are still the same as before, and our resistances are still the same as before. Above us, I mean, the top of the band is going to be a local resistance, and you can see, actually, let's go ahead and throw this on real quick. We'll look at our naked daily point of control, and we'll map it out on this chart here, because it is going to be aligning pretty close to the top of the band. Not exactly. And on this chart, it is a bit lower, it looks like. Right there. Naked daily point of control. Yep, okay. So we have that naked daily point of control there. Look at, we're getting a nice bounce right now. Nice. And we could now, right now, you guys, let me just say this real quick. Right now, we could just bounce from here to the top of the channel and then come back down as well. So that's something we should watch for. But we do have our naked daily point of control right above the top. Actually, did we hit it on Bybit? No, we front ran it just barely. So we do have this area is going to be our first local resistance area. Now be careful, you guys, because this area of resistance, yes, we have the top of the pitchfork band and the naked daily point of control there. But if we break this channel, we could see a short squeeze of all this liquidity in here and we could bust straight through it. Now it would be nicer, like I said, with our 5-wave impulse, maybe to break our first wave up here into this box, second wave down to back test the channel, third wave explosion. That would be the nicest thing to see. That would work up so nicely that, I mean, that's a great scenario to see play out. But I do want to see us hit this golden pocket first. I mean, this is our big support below us. And I know lately, the past couple months, we have been front running golden pockets, but I don't want to front run this one. I mean, it's just such a nice, we have a naked daily point of control in here, our golden pocket, and it would be nice to see us hit into that. We could definitely front run it because of our big pitchfork band of support that has been holding us so well here on the daily chart. You can see how well it's hold in through here and through here and through here, and then yes, on the flash crash on Sunday, we wick past it, but we closed our daily back within the band. So that's about it for Bitcoin, guys. Let's go ahead and let me hide this channel. Let's go ahead and look at our liquidity real quick. Now, this is our Model 3 chart. You could see that we did take a lot of liquidity yesterday, and we're just chopping down. Now, you can see right around this 95K area. Actually, it's a bit lower than 95K. We do have some liquidity in this 94K area, and that's around our 786, and that's also below this. Let's zoom back in onto the hourly chart. I did talk about this liquidity grab as well. This grab right here, you can see this was our last liquidity before we had that big last impulse to the upside. So we do have some important liquidity resting down below this, and our 786 pull is also right below that as well. So, and that would also line up with taking the liquidity on our Model 3 heat map down here. But if we go to our Model 2 heat map, let's go to our Model 2 heat map, and let's go to, well, first of all, on a 24-hour chart, you can see the liquidity right now is resting above the highs that we made earlier today. So we front ran that naked daily point of control, and we front ran the pitchfork band, the top of the pitchfork band. The top of the pitchfork band now is right around that 99,900. So if we go back to this chart right up here, it, depending on time-wise, it is right around that liquidity. That liquidity runs from like 99K to 99,900. And you can see that's where the top of our band is, of our important pitchfork band that we have on this larger time frame pitchfork. Okay, so that's about it for Bitcoin. I mean, we are at the bottom of our bands as well, of our SMA 200 VWAP bands, 200 SMA VWAP bands. Now they are compressing, you guys. Anytime these bands compress, just like Bollinger Bands, when they compress like this, usually you see a volatile move outside of these bands within about 24 to 48 hours. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do drop a little bit lower to our golden pocket area and then see an explosion to the upside, and these bands start to expand with that explosion to the upside. Let's go to our CVD chart and see if we're seeing anything locally on the CVD. All right, let's go to this one. Locally, 15-minute CVD here. No, lower lows here. Nothing really, you guys. Nothing too much. But you can see at least, no, not even that quite. We have the potential to form some bullish CVD divs between this low here at 91K to our golden pocket. If our CVD keeps dropping, we need our CVD to drop a bit lower though. So right now, no bullish CVD divs. As far as bearish CVD divs, we don't really have anything. Let's go on to the 5-minute chart. Yeah, nothing really, you guys. Nothing really on CVD for now. So that's about it for Bitcoin. Let's just keep watching this. This band is a support that we're at now, but I would like to wick a little bit lower to our golden pocket. And then, of course, we have our resistances above us still. If we go back to our Coinbase chart, I still do like the 0.65. Now, we did reject from this weekly here and the 618 on Coinbase. We did not hit the 618 on Bybit. But you can see this box of support was our golden pocket, which is this green line right here. That's the 618 of the golden pocket. You can see the 0.65 of the large golden pocket is right at our value area high of our big range since November 11th. Let me zoom out on the 6-hour chart to double check that to make sure that it has not changed. Okay, let's do that. I know this chart looks real messy right now. Let me just pull this all the way. Yeah, it's still the exact same. Okay, so 103 on Coinbase, our value area high is at 103 into our 0.65 golden pocket. Now, this weekly, I'm going to take this off the chart because we hit into it already. And even this golden pocket here, I guess I'll keep it on the chart for now, but let's scoot it over to get the chart cleaner here. And I'm going to take off this box of resistance because that's what we hit into already. So what I would like to see, if we do bust out of this, this is an A wave, this is a B wave, a C wave. I mean, our C wave to end at the value area high would be a little bit too premature, but it could be a flat correction as well. We could take the high here into our value area high in 0.65. And also now we do have the liquidity grab into that. Anytime you see a liquidity grab into a golden pocket and a value area high, pay attention to that. So 103 to me is still a key resistance. Now I would draw a new box from like here to the 10 to the SFP area. That is our bigger box. Of course, we do have that naked daily point of control just above the highs that we made earlier today. So we could come up to there and wick that as well. SFP that into our naked daily point of control. I would like to see us come down to our golden pocket first before hitting into this naked daily point of control. Maybe that could be the start of, that could be the end of our one wave. So if we can come down here, wave one up to the naked daily point of control, see a small retrace, maybe to back test our large point of control, 3 up to here, then 4, and then 5. Something like that would be nice. Okay, that's about it for Bitcoin, for real this time. All right, let's go into Ethereum. Ethereum's just, I mean, it's boring, you guys. Ethereum is doing nothing. It's been low volume chop. We are forming a similar descending channel on Ethereum. It's more of like a flat range. So what we can do is we can pull the volume of like this range here, this more sideways range, and you can just trade this range here. Value area high, look for shorts. Value area low, look for longs, but you'd also want to look for confluence. So you could pull your golden pocket from the last low on the hourly to the hourly high. Look at that. Our golden pocket now is going to be right at the value area low. So a local scalp on Ethereum could be at 2,700 to 2,699. That is our local level support. And then, of course, to the upside, we can look for, well, this SFP around our pitchfork or our channel midline would be kind of nice too, but it's a little bit higher than that. You could play this range here, but let's zoom out on this and let's look at this. So once again, guys, we're in this pink channel is the big 4-hour channel, descending channel that we're still trading in. We do have now another smaller channel on the 1-hour chart. Similar to Bitcoin, how Bitcoin's in a descending channel for this B wave, we do have this descending channel here. And look at how nice this is respected here on Ethereum. So we're at the top of the channel now. We could see a rejection, and let's actually check our golden pocket again because our golden pocket might be in confluence with that midline. Not quite. What I would say, that golden pocket value area low is nice, but if we turn on our 786, if it takes a while to reject, we could do our 786 in confluence with the channel midline. But this is the descending channel that Ethereum is trading in now. And so we can just watch this. Of course, our resistance to the upside is still around that $3,000 area. Let me click on this. So our 786, our anchored VWAP channel midline. So that's actually old. Now our channel midline is a lot further down, and our anchored VWAP is still in that area. But this also is the back test of the pitchfork, start of the pitchfork there. Let me clean this up. Is that our pitchfork? Let me zoom out on this. The bottom of our pitchfork, excuse me. Remember, we lost that pitchfork to the downside. It held its support here. Now we lost it to the downside, so the bearish back test of it. It's a bearish back test of the pitchfork that we lost. All right. And I don't know, 786. Yeah, it must be the 786 from this high to this low here. Let me get rid of this for a second. Let me get rid of this for a second. No, it's not even that. Huh. Okay, I need to update that box. It is our anchored VWAP though, and our pitchfork back test. So that to me is still a resistance we need to be watching. All right, and then of course above that, at the top of the channel, this pink channel, you can see this is the bottom of the channel, this is the top of the channel. In pink, we do have this weekly in confluence with the top of the channel up here, and that is at 3230-ish. Above that, we have some other stuff up here. I do like this naked daily point of control. Let's check this. What is it here? Naked daily point of control, our large range point of control, and a 618's up in there. But that 618. No, I need to do some updates on this. Right now, let's continue to watch the local range on Ethereum inside this channel. If we do break out to the upside, we do need to watch for the rejection at the channel midline, which is around 2867. And then you guys remember our really, really important, let me hide this channel now that I just created. Our really, really important support to the downside is this blue ascending line here. That is our weekly ascending channel. So let's go on to ETHUSD. Let's go here, and I've been showing you guys this in every video, but that is our, now it's pink on this one, and that's also aligning with the value area low of this range. Let me get rid of this. Let me get rid of this. Actually, we did hit into our 786 and rejected from it. So yesterday I talked about a local short level, our local resistance being our 786 into our value area high, and that's where we hit into our 786 and value area high here and rejected. And we also had that naked daily point of control into there. So we did reject from that. So let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's pull this range all the way now. And I would pull it to right there. Okay, so yeah. Now you can see our value area low is aligning pretty close to this bottom of this weekly channel, this weekly log channel. And I've shown you guys that in prior videos. Okay, now it makes a little bit more sense with our 786 as well, and the channel midline of our descending channel, plus our value area low is a bit lower on Coinbase here. So I actually like that support better now from this value area low here. This is very, very local, guys. This is if we continue low volume chop, because we could bust if Bitcoin, not Bitcoin, starts getting volatile, we can bust through this very, very quickly. So that area there, and that is also, let me go ahead and get rid of this range now. That is also our local descending channel. If we do that, we come here. You can see the midline of our channels here. So this here is going to be weekly log channel support. Weekly log channel support. It is our channel midline on the small one. And then our 786, local 786. That's between 2692 and 2675. That's very locally. Now, if Bitcoin drops to its golden pocket at 95.5 and Ethereum is here and Bitcoin's starting to bounce, you bet I'll be looking for a long from here. Okay, that's about it now for Ethereum. Also, we can watch the bottom of the channel as well. If we do our golden pocket pull from these lows here to the highs that we made, and let's turn on our golden pocket, and let's bring that over. So it would actually have to be quite a while for our channel midline to align with that, but our I mean, that's pretty nice. If we do break this local area to the downside, we could see our 0.5 at the bottom of the channel hold us. And the reason why I say that, because this is like impulse to the upside here. And oftentimes after an impulse, you retrace to the 0.5. So impulse to the upside, slowly correct, hit the bottom of the channel, retrace to the 0.5 of that move, and then explode. All right, Solana. Now, Solana did, and I was waiting for this all day long. We did hit into our, now this box was from yesterday. I just left it on the chart because we were still chopping around it all day. So that was an old support box. We didn't bust just straight through it today. It was already tapped into, so I could have deleted it yesterday, but I left it on there because it was still acting as a support. But now I'm going to delete it. You can see, though, that it was holding all day long. Anytime we came down to it, it was holding, and that was also the value area low of our range. I was watching a range from like this area to this area here. Yeah, it was our value area low of our kind of last 2 days of price action here. You can see I have our golden pocket retrace at the value area high. I actually wanted us to come up to that so I could have taken a local scalp short, but we didn't get that. We rejected all day from our point of control, and we were holding all day from our value area low. But then when Bitcoin started dumping a bit, it dumped through. We saw a small bounce at our 0.5. I only know this because I was watching it and really trying to long that naked daily point of control, which I did, by the way. But we did see a small bounce at first. It was right here in this candle. We hit it to the dollar, and we bounced up almost to back test. I was looking for a back test of the value area low. After we hit into this 0.5 here, I wanted to come up to back test this value area low. We didn't get quite up there. That's where I was going to short it back down to here, this naked daily point of control, but we didn't get that. So we did just chop down slowly after hitting the 0.5 for the first time. We broke it to the downside, finally came in to hit our naked daily point of control here. I took profit on my short that I had from back up somewhere in this range, and then I did enter a small long after we reclaimed the naked daily point of control. So I saw us breaking through it. We reclaimed it, and we're back testing it and looked like we were holding, so I longed it. And then now my stop is below this wick right here. I have not protected position on that yet. And I will look for a TP1 on the back test of this value area low, because you can also see it is our VWAP close that we closed at yesterday. So at like 2026-ish, 2027, that will be my TP1 for this long that I just took here. This daily we can get rid of now. It's been busted through many times. All right, let's go zoom out onto the 2-hour chart here. By the way, I didn't go through if we were seeing bull divs on Ethereum or Bitcoin, so I'll go do that real quick. But you can see we were also having, the reason why I was looking for long here, bull divs. Lower lows on the price action coming into this naked daily point of control, higher low on the momentum wave with our money flow coming up, bottoming out and coming up. And this is just a scalp. Let me emphasize, this is just a scalp to take it up to the bearish back test of this value area low that we broke. Now on Bitcoin, let's go back to Bitcoin real quick. Bitcoin is seeing the same thing. Lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the 15-minute here. So we are seeing some bullish divs and really bullish divs into our pitchfork band of support here. You can see our pitchfork band of support is bouncing us, lower lows, higher lows here. And if we do, now we didn't have enough time to make higher time frame divs. And our 1 hour actually is invalidating that bull div that we could have saw. Or actually, we need to break this low. Did we break that low? Yeah, we did. So we broke this low, but our momentum wave is also lower. So it did invalidate our bull divs on the hourly, which makes me think that this could be a small bounce before we come down to our golden pocket. I really want to see us hit that golden pocket. Doesn't mean we're going to get it, but I just want it to happen. The market doesn't care what you want to happen, though, so be aware of that. All right, and then let's look at Ethereum's divs real quick. Where is that bugger at? Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is not making lower lows here. Yeah, so no divs on Ethereum. Actually, we're on the hourly. Let me go back to the 15-minute. But we're still not making lower lows. So, if anything, we're on the verge of making bearish divs here. Lower lows on the momentum waves. If we break this high, it would be higher highs on the price action. But even from here, if we break this high into our channel midline, we could be seeing higher highs on the price action and lower highs on the momentum waves with money flow coming out through all of this. So because of what we're seeing locally here with the bear divs on Ethereum, we might reject from this midline here at like 28.65 and then see a move down. Okay, so that's about it for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Let's look at XRP real quick. XRP, I did lay this out yesterday as well. So I already showed you this box. We rejected, this was my thumbnail yesterday. We rejected from our resistance up in this purple box. I'm going to get rid of it. And we found support at our green box up here. We bounced up to the channel midline, but we just rejected. Well, we chopped around the channel midline for a bit and then rejected our anchored VWAP. Dropped down to the bottom of the channel earlier today. You can see that this channel is being highly respected. This was just a couple hours ago, maybe 4 hours ago. So this channel that XRP is trading in is being respected, and we could probably continue low volume chop in this channel. Let's zoom out onto the 2-hour chart here. And we can continue to pull this range here. We can just pull it all the way now. Okay, so we're at our point of control pretty much. Let's zoom in onto the 30-minute chart. Yeah, we're at our point of control, but you can see we lost it, hit the bottom of the channel, tried to make a move above it, and right now we're chopping right at our point of control. If we lose our point of control, we probably are coming down to around this value area low. Let's do our golden pocket pull from the lows to the highs, and let's turn on our golden pocket. Yeah, okay, guys, that's our support below us. And then, of course, we do have the SFP of these lows into that support. Now, that is kind of a big wick, but we see big wicks like this all the time on altcoins. So our SFP of 220 into like 215 to 212, this is our box of support below us. Golden pocket into value area low. And in order to do that, we would have to break this channel down or just trend in this channel for another couple days until our golden pocket area was aligning with this channel, which is possible. If we correct through the weekend, that could be possible. But let's see, when our golden pocket aligns with our channel bottom is on Friday. So actually it is possible. We could range for another 2 days in this low volume chop very easily. We could just continue chopping down here. So that's our local support below us here. I'm going to go ahead and delete this now so it cleans up the chart. I would continue to trade this channel. So anytime we come to the bottom of the channel, if we're seeing bull divs, which means lower lows on the price action, higher lows on the momentum indicator, you could look for longs from the bottom of the channel. The TP1 would be the midline of the channel. The TP2 would be the top of the channel. And always you could leave some to run in case the channel breaks out, because when this channel breaks out, it's probably going to break out strong. Let's look at our volume on this channel. Yeah, volume's been going lower and lower the entire move down the channel. So that tells me that this is corrective price action. It's a corrective descending channel to the downside. When it breaks out, we're probably going to see some follow through. And then as far as resistances to the upside, 302 up here. We have our weekly up here. Let me check this out. Yeah, weekly, and then it's the value area low. Now, it's not of this range that we're looking at now. It's the value area low of our upper range. So I will show that range again. The value area low of this range from these highs to right before we broke down. This sort of price action here. If you pull that as a range, our value area low of that range is right in that weekly area. Let me fix that. Right there, value area low weekly. And that's why I have the box going above the weekly a little bit, because it's going up to our value area low. Now, this anchored VWAP from the highs that we made is important. You can see anytime we've kind of come up to it, we've rejected from it. So this anchored VWAP here, let's do our golden pocket pull from the last big high before our dump. I'll fix that. To our lows. Let me zoom in here. And let me turn off the volume and get it out of the way. I can also hide this range and get it out of the way. From high, or yeah, from high to low. Okay, so the golden pocket is not coming in there, but I do see something right away that I like with this golden pocket. I'm going to go into that, and well, I'll go into it right now. That golden pocket, we've already hit into. That's where we rejected from. Never mind. I was looking at the liquidity of the second pivot of this channel is there, but it doesn't make sense. We already hit into it. We have not hit into our 786. Sometimes I have brain farts like that. Sorry, guys. 786 of that retrace is at our anchored VWAP, 290. So I would say this is another resistance above us. 290, anchored VWAP, 786. Okay, that's it for XRP. Until we see some other stuff, I'm just gonna mark those local levels out. Of course, you can continue to trade the channel. I mean, this channel is being highly respected here. I would just continue to watch this channel, trade this channel. Highs of the channel are also around an anchored VWAP. Now, this anchored VWAP is pulled from a low. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. That anchor VWAP is pulled from the low of this corrective move before we had our last impulse to the upside. So that's a pretty important anchored VWAP from around 188. Because you can see acted as resistance, resistance, support, 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 support. Now that we're breaking it to the downside, it could act as resistance again. And that's at the top of our channel. I don't expect that we're going to see a pump that aggressively to the top of the channel where it's in alignment, because we'd have to pump pretty quickly to the top of the channel for the top of the channel to be aligning with it. I don't know if we're going to see that. We can also do a volume profile pull of kind of this sideways price action here. Actually, let's do it from the bottom, right before the major wick. We don't want to include that major wick because obviously that's part of an impulse. Yeah, it's not the cleanest profile. Let's do it from here. That is better, but not great either. let's just do it of the channel. Same profile pretty much. Okay. Now I'm not going to pay attention to that volume profile. All right, guys. That's about it for XRP. We covered Solana, we covered Ethereum, we covered Bitcoin. And I don't let's go over Chainlink real quick here. I got to get going very soon here. Chainlink, same thing, same kind of descending channel. I laid out this local support below us. You can see all day long we've been hitting into it and holding it, but it doesn't look like we're going to get much of a bounce from it. First time we hit into it, we did see a bounce, hit into it again, saw a little bounce to our VWAP, and we're still chopping around. It could still act as support, but remember, I also did say this was just our local support area. I do like this golden pocket in confluence with the bottom of the channel better, and we have our liquidity down there, this liquidity. So I do think that's a better level at 18.13 to 18.32. And also now that we're rejecting the midline, let me go ahead and hide this box real quick here, because we did have our naked daily point of control there as well. You can see that the bottom of our channel is aligning with this liquidity, and it's aligning with our golden pocket, and we are rejecting from the midline right now. We tried to wick above it. We're rejecting it. So far, that box is holding us, though. So until we lose it, it's going to act as support, but it's not really, we're not getting the bounce we would like to see from it. Let's just say that. All right, now we will look at this volume profile again, and let's pull it all the way to current price action. And this volume profile here is a bigger volume profile of this entire bigger 4-hour descending channel. So you can see, actually, it's just the more sideways range that we're forming, but most of the price action is in the bigger 4-hour descending channel, where you can see we bounce from the bottom of the channel. So I know this looks really gross and messy, guys, but the value area low, you can see we kind of came up and tried to back test that value area low, or tried to reclaim inside of it, couldn't, lost it, back tested it here on the 4-hour chart, and now we're dropping. So what that tells me is that Chainlink wants to trade at levels below the volume, the fair value of this range up here, unfortunately. So I would look, actually, I do think that because we're not seeing a very strong bounce from here, unless Bitcoin bounces right now and starts to see a reversal, I think Chainlink's going down to this low here at 18.3 to 18.13. And then, of course, we have the bottom of the channel. That's the other level that I'd be watching. Again, the big level I said that I'm looking for swing longs is this $15 area. Large macro golden pocket into a naked weekly point of control. Above us, if we break this channel to the upside, we do have the bearish backtest of our volume that we lost. Our range that we lost is in pretty close confluence with the channel midline of our big 4-hour descending channel. And then, of course, to the upside, we have our naked weekly point of control and our golden pocket here. And that is going to be 22.7 to 23.4. And then, of course, I laid out the other higher resistances in yesterday's nighttime video, my second video I made yesterday. So if you want to check that out, go check that out. Actually, I forgot to check the comments to see what you guys' answer to my question that I asked in yesterday's video was. So I will check that out, and I will incorporate that into my future videos. Okay, guys, I got to get going. Have a good day, everybody. Actually, let's check Bitcoin really, really quickly. Yeah, I would like to see us come down to the golden pocket. Let's just say that. Like, look, it looks like we're gonna start to roll over here. I mean, let's just come down to the golden pocket real quick. How's that sound? Just kidding, but not really. Okay, see you guys later. Much love. Thank you for support. Oh, also, you guys, I still do have the affiliate program with MEXC. So if you guys want to sign up under that, you guys will get some money off your trading fees. You'll get a small deposit bonus, and I also get a kickback. So that's a way to support the channel. If you got anything out of this video, please like and subscribe. And now that I'm on this chart, this is my other Bybit chart with the bearish pitchfork. You can see we've been trading around in this bearish pitchfork band. We lost it to the downside, and our Bybit POC is the back test of that band. I did talk about this earlier today in the Discord. I kept posting about we kept coming up to the band and rejecting it every time we'd come up to the band throughout today's price action. You can also see all through here we were rejecting it after we lost it. So if we do come up, Bitcoin, now that it hit the bottom of our much bigger bullish pitchfork band. Now this is a bearish band because you pulled it from high to low, not from low to high. But if we do come up here like this, hit into the 97.3 Bybit area, also the back test, and then we could come down to our golden pocket. See you guys later.